Welcome everybody, Chef Casey Willard here, Executive Chef of the Yocha Dihi Winta Nation. Welcome back to another episode of A Putwin Kitchen. Today we're going to get into a little something sweet, fun, hopefully creative, and something that we're all familiar with. We're all familiar with s'mores, correct? Right. S'mores has been a staple of the campfire. We're going to do something different. I'm going to do a twist on this s'more. So we're going to actually utilize some acorn flour. Now, acorn flour predates all the way back to the original nations here in Capay Valley. Acorn flour is a tough and long, tedious process to make. It's not easy, but when it's made properly, it's made well, it's worth the effort. But one thing about acorn flour is that it is very dry. It needs a lot of help. Acorn flour needs a lot of friends. So with this, we're going to use a little AP flour. We're going to make a graham cracker using acorn flour, regular flour, lots of butter. I know this is the house of oil, but we're going to use butter in this recipe today, and also some molasses. Now, to get into the acorn, this is what your dough should look like. It almost looks like gingerbread, kind of. If you're making a gingerbread dough, very similar, right? Molasses isn't gingerbread. So just to make sure you have a cutting board that's well seasoned with flour, just so your dough is not sticking. You kind of want to keep this going into a nice rectangle shape, because we are making graham crackers. Kind of just fold down. My dough's room temperature, so it's very easy to mold. Make sure everything's even. You can come back up. You can come back. If it tears on you, that's okay. You can start over. This might be a little too room temperature. This might need to go back into the fridge for a little bit, but we can just use this piece here, kind of showcase how graham cracker is made. That looks good. You can always take your knife. If you had a bench knife, you could use a bench knife. You really want to get the edges tight. Just so you have somewhat of a perfect rectangle. Then you're going to come down. Let's make sure we have a clean knife to work with. You're going to come down, right down the middle. Making sure your dough doesn't break. Come back around. You're trying to make pieces that are, big enough for the marshmallow. Those look good. You can come back if you want to put holes in them. You can put holes in them. These would go into an oven on a sheet tray, 350, 20-25 minutes. It's a beautiful acorn dough. The acorn is very traditional grain that was used here in the Capay Valley. This is a way of kind of honoring it and turning it into a different perspective than what we would think about acorn flour. So these will be baking off, and we get into the marshmallow. The marshmallow we made today, this is a elderberry and honey marshmallow with a little bit of olive oil. Everything infused, so when you're whipping the marshmallow up, when you're whipping your egg whites, that's when you would incorporate your elderberry, your honey, and your olive oil. And this is what they should look like. These don't have to be refrigerated. This is an elderberry marshmallow. We're going to cut it and we're going to dust it. I like to have clean edges, so I like to cut the edges off of my marshmallows. Don't discard these. These are beautiful. You can use those for anything else. Come right down the middle. Marshmallows are very easy to make. I know they seem daunting and tedious, but they're very easy. About the same size as our graham crackers. And then right here we have our dusting mixture. This is cornstarch and powdered sugar. You go one at a time. Make sure they're properly cut. Get those into the mixture. You can do them all at once if you like. This is going to help keep them dry. It's going to help keep them from sticking to surfaces. And it's going to give them a little more color, a little more sweet to it. So just like you're shaking chicken, shaking marshmallows. Should come out nice and golden white, ready to get burned up on a beautiful campfire. Let's make sure we get all of them. Here we go. Now that your marshmallows are completely dusted and ready to go, and you have your graham crackers baked off, they should look something similar to this. Nice and hard, but still soft at the same time. And we can get these on skewers. I'm gonna torch mine today, just to really emulate the campfire. Beautiful marshmallow. With this recipe of marshmallow, you can take it to any ingredients. You can go savory if you wanted to. If you wanted to do like a butternut squash soup, you could do like an olive oil rosemary marshmallow on top. You can continue with the sweet theme and go just exclusively honey if you wanted to. So now that we have our marshmallows, we can go ahead and kind of assemble. Kind of just want to toast them. That sugar's going to melt. There we go. Let's make sure we have our graham crackers down, ready to receive a marshmallow. So you have a nice vessel to put your hot marshmallow down onto. These nice and toasted. We'll make sure to get our chocolate down. So now that our marshmallows are toasted, I'm going to finish off with some olive oil that's incorporated into the marshmallow itself. A little olive oil. And just in case there's not enough sweetness, let's go back into some more honey. And we'll come back the opposite way. Finish off these s'mores. Beautiful acorn flour, graham cracker, olive oil, honey, elderberry balsamic marshmallow, beautiful dark chocolate. And there you have it. Some beautiful Capay Valley inspired s'mores that you can have around the campfire with your family and friends celebrating magical day or anything else you want to celebrate. These are great, beautiful, and delicious. Thank you again for tuning into A Putt One Kitchen. My name is Chef Casey. Thank you.